Ready? Does anybody here work at an advertising agency? Anybody? Anybody here work at an advertising agency? That's awesome, because after this gig, I'm still going to be able to continue my career. My name's Brendan and I'm a drug addict. I've been taking drugs every day of my life for about 22 years, yeah? And I'd like to tell you what that's like, but I can't. That's because a drug addict, they never know what they're going to do yesterday. Same as they never know, what happened to them tomorrow. So it's a bit hard to tell you what's going on. Now, if you think giving up quitting drugs is hard, you're wrong. It's easy. It's easy. And I can tell you why it's easy, because I've done it 30 times. But something wasn't really clicking together. Yeah, and then I discovered this 12-step program. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what that is, a 12-step program is like a bunch of drug addicts helping a bunch of drug addicts. You think, how's that logical? Is it like, hey man, my dealer has cheap benzos at the moment. You want his number? Or, hey, a bunch of us are going to go and buy a ton of cocaine. You want to be in on this deal? So that's what I thought 12-step program was. So I went there half cynical and half curious. And I went to a 12-step meeting. Now, I'm the type of person who, I'm quite guarded. I don't have that many friends, and I find it quite hard to make friends, yeah? But when I went to a 12-step program, I walked in the door and people were like, yeah, welcome to 12-step program. You found the right place and I hope you stay and I hope you get things out of here. And they were all hugging me and stuff, and I was going, what? Are you guys high? I was like, what's going on here? Oh. But I stayed, and the thing about a 12-step program is that anybody who goes has the opportunity to get up and say whatever they want to, yeah? And they usually talk about how they feel, yeah? And I don't get why people pay thousands and thousands of crowns to a psychologist for this privilege. People, get yourselves a drug addiction, go to a 12-step program, you can do this for free. Save yourself some money. Yeah. So, but I will never forget the first meeting I went to. Yeah, in walks this guy, and he was built like the Incredible Hulk. He was huge, and I guess he was trying to, or the cocktail of drugs he was trying to quit was based on steroids. Yeah, he was huge, and he had this big swastika tattooed on his neck here. Yeah, and on the other side he had like "White Power" written on his neck. And I was thinking, man, this guy, he must like torture immigrants for a day job. But the thing about this guy, he gets up and he says, I'm so thankful for the 12-step program for giving me the opportunity to be a loving father and a loving husband that I've always wanted. No, shit, man, did that come from him? Did this guy say something like that? But the thing is I stayed, yeah? But the most important thing is I went back there again. And I went back there again. And pretty soon, before I knew it, I've been drug-free for a week, people. Yeah, a week. Never before. 22 years. I've been drug-free for a week. And then I kept on going. And after 30 days, I get my first batch. Milestone. Yeah. But then around that time, I started realizing, hey, like there's changes going on in my life. Before, when I was taking drugs, I'd be at home and I'd be off my head and I'd be watching video after video after video after video on YouTube of people squeezing shit from their faces, and I was thinking, that's so cool, I'm gonna watch this one again, that's so awesome. But now I don't do that. Now I'm watching things like cute cats doing cute things and military homecomings, and I'm bawling my eyes out. It's like, damn empathy. Another difference here concerns the needle chill. Yeah, needle chill is very hard to get rid of. Yeah, and before, when I was taking drugs, the needle going into my arm was always attached to a syringe. But now it's a bit different. Now, as the needle going into my arm is attached to an acupuncturist. Yeah, and believe it or not, on your arm, about here, you have an acupuncture point that's pretty much that stop taking drug acupuncture point, and it hurts. It hurts like hell. And my acupuncturist sticks it in and it's like, oh my God, that hurts. Oh my God. And she says, yeah, it works better if I sort of twist the needle a bit. So she gets the needle and it's like, my arm is like, oh my God. Oh, that hurts like hell. And never, ever did I think that I would pay money to get a needle into my arm for pain. You know? Never. But then, you know what the best thing about being drug-free is? The best thing about being drug-free, other than the fact that you have money, other than the fact that you've got clear in your head and you're more humble and you're more patient and you're more thankful, all that shit doesn't matter. The best thing about being drug-free is this. Before, I used to go out and score drugs, yeah? But now, I take my wife out on a date and I score when I get home. Oh? Thank you very much. That's it for me. Thank you. Now, before I give the microphone back to Neil, seriously, drug addiction is a problem. Yeah, it's hardcore. So if you have a drug problem yourself, or you know somebody else who has a drug problem and they want to get rid of it, there's a solution. Yeah? Seriously. If you're after that solution, come and talk to me afterwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandon.